It's me, John Cunningsworth again, with another breaking news story from the Isle of Man. I have now been told that the island is officially saying, "Refugees welcome." One moment, I am getting a transmission in my earpiece. What's that? Oh, let me correct myself. The island is saying UK refugees welcome, and its invitation is aimed at people who can look after themselves only. It turns out the Isle of Man needs an increase in its economically active population to keep its bloated government machine working. Here is my local colleague and leading Manx YouTuber Amadeus IOM with more.
No, I'm not AI, and yes, this is the real Douglas Beach in the real Isle of Man. It's Sunday afternoon, it's beautiful and sunny, and first of all, thank you very much to the 100 and something thousand and counting viewers on my little AI sketch that I uploaded the other day. Didn't expect it to blow up like this. Hundreds of you commented, over 100,000 watched it now, subscriber count going up. It's awesome, thank you so much for it. I wanted to make this video to show you that I am actually in the Isle of Man, and I do actually help people move here. As a hobby, it's not my job. And there are actually a lot of people escaping the UK, which we call the other island, because this is the mainland for us. Escaping the other island and coming here for a better life. This is, I always call it, the better version of the UK. So yes, there is, someone commented, the hundreds of comments, I read them all by the way, thank you so much. Someone commented there's a lot of truth to this humor, and you're absolutely right, there is. A lot of you are escaping here, and it is an option for you to escape here, and we want you to come here. But as with all good things in life, there's a catch. We get to that in a minute. First of all, let me tell you what the Isle of Man can offer you if you decide to move here. So here are some of the benefits of moving to the Isle of Man. Low income tax between 10 and 21%, no corporation tax, no capital gains tax, no inheritance tax, no stamp duty, no fixed speed cameras, no national speed limit, no ULIS, no congestion charge, very low crime rate, very clean environment, very low car insurance rates because it's an island. If your car gets stolen, which hardly ever, never, ever happens, it's usually drunks, and like twice a year or something. If that happens, they just wait at the harbour and they arrest them. So there are a lot of positives that the Isle of Man can offer you. But all good things in life, of course, there's always a catch to it somehow, somewhere. And in the Isle of Man, now you're wondering, it's like, okay, maybe I should really move there from the UK because everything here is crap under Labour and Starmer and whatnot. Well, here's the catch, or to put it in a better way, here are the conditions that you have to fulfill if you want to indeed escape the UK and come to the Isle of Man. And they're actually very, very simple. There's only two of them. You have to be able to sustain yourself, and you have to have somewhere to live. Now, somewhere to live, if you want to buy, is super duper simple. And by the way, I do indeed help a lot of people move here, and I have helped a lot of people move here. Subscribe to my channel, check my channel content, loads of videos on there, living on the Isle of Man, moving to the Isle of Man, all that kind of stuff. Also, my details are in the description. If you have questions or comments about the Isle of Man or moving here, I'm always happy to help you. I do not charge for that, it's my hobby. And it has led to a lot of great contacts and friendships over the years. So, you know, that's what I get out of it, the fun of meeting new people and helping you move here. But yes, it is relatively simple. So the first thing, you need somewhere to live. If you are in the market to buy, or if you're able to buy, say you sell your house over there and you move here. And by the way, we also get a lot of people from Northern Ireland and from Ireland moving here. And, you know, if you want to buy, if you're in the market to buy, the property market here is quite good, very stable. Price is probably slightly higher than some areas of the UK, not like London, but, you know, you do pay for the stability and the clean air and everything, and it being a nice place. Not as bad as Jersey, and you are indeed free to buy here, there's no restrictions. And there's no stamp duty either. We have other fees, but you know, it's cheaper. We also don't have council tax, by the way. We do have rates, we call it. So you do pay, but you don't pay council tax. It's probably cheaper than UK as well. But if you're in the market to buy, super easy, plenty of choice. You get houses 250, 300 up, really nice places. If you look north, it's cheaper. If you're here in Douglas, the only city on the island, of which I was a councillor until recently, by the way, is slightly more expensive because everyone wants to live here. But yeah, no problem to buy. If you're in the market to rent, a bit tricky. Our rental market is almost non-existent at the moment because the place is so popular. So many of you are indeed moving here. So first of all, you need a place to live. If you need help with that on the legal side or looking at houses or whatever, contact details are in the description. Happy to help you. Then you need to be able to sustain yourself. And that means you have to have enough money to live here. Either you can come here for a job, and there's, you know, at the moment I think we need more people here to bring money in. So this isn't completely selfless. We do need more of you to come here to pay for this huge government monster that we have. There's 85,000 people living here and over 8,000 of them work for the government, which is unsustainable, but Turkeys don't vote for Christmas, so we're stuck with what we have. And yes, we do need more of you to bring your money here to pay for all this. I'm just being honest with you. I'm always honest on this. I don't work for the government. So unlike them, I will tell you how it is. But yeah, you need to be able to sustain yourself here. So that means either a job. I can also help you with that. I know some really good recruitment agents. Or you can come here to retire with your pension. Or if you're just rich, you can just come here and enjoy life. A lot of people do that as well. Or you can of course bring your company here, which a lot of people do as well, because it is, you know, much cheaper to have your company here with no corporation tax and so on. So whatever you do, you have to be able to have a place to stay, and you have to be able to look after yourself financially. And now you might be wondering, hold on, so what happens if I just do a migrant from France and I just rock up here really on a dinghy and say, I want asylum please, and pay for me? Well, pretty simple, because people tried that in the past. Two people tried that, if you look my other video. One tried to claim asylum here and he was kicked out because we don't have asylum laws. We have an agreement with the UK. Don't ask me technicalities, but the UK looks after this for us. We don't have the resources to take in asylum seekers and do all that stuff. Watch my other video about it, I'll link to it here, where I kind of explain why the society here works. You know, we have the same society as you in the UK. The whole world lives here, all colors, all faiths, all nationalities. But here people get on with each other because you come here for a purpose. And yeah, watch my other video on it. So this one guy, like I said, who came here trying to claim asylum, he got kicked out because the UK is literally responsible for this. We don't have any of that here. If you do try it, you will get kicked out. First you go to prison and then you get kicked out. What if you are a UK resident to come here and try the same thing and say like, want benefits please? No, we have restrictions on it. Again, watch my other video. You have to contribute for 5 years before you get any benefits, 10 years before you get on the housing list, so you can't do that. If you do rock up here and just expect free money, then not too long ago, a gentleman, there's the news story about it, tried it. Romanian, you know the fake beggars that you get in London on every corner, the Romanian fake beggars, the gangs is essentially what they are, right? They're terrible. Nobody does anything about them. Well, one of them saw the Isle of Man as a new market. Very entrepreneurial of them, isn't it? And he came over here and he tried his little fake trick scam, which is what it is, they're scammers. And he set himself in Strand Street, which is our only high street, shopping street here in Douglas, put his hat out and tried the same number, and he was promptly arrested. Because in the Isle of Man, begging is illegal. We have I think it's called the Vagrancy Act of 1854 or something like that, which means you must be able to sustain yourself. Otherwise, you get kicked out. And that's exactly what happened to him. He went to court, I think he went to prison first, and then he was kicked out. So if you do rock up here without money or without being able to sustain yourself, you will end up in court and we will kick you out. It's pretty harsh, yes, but because we have these controls in place, it's a nice place, you know. So that's why it works. So if you really do want to escape the UK, contact me. Happy to help you. Thank you again for all the views and subscriptions and likes and comments and whatnot. It's pretty cool. And that's about it. That's about all I can tell you. It's a nice Sunday, so I'm just gonna enjoy the beach now. Have an ice cream, enjoy the Isle of Man, and, well, should I wait for you, or are you gonna take the plane? See you on the Isle of Man soon, eh?